What's going on, my PT peeps and my Walking Dead family? Welcome to the PT channel. I'm One Eye Bri, back to talk about The Walking Dead. In this video, we're going to talk about The Walking Dead Season 9, Episode 12, some comic stuff, Easter eggs, callbacks, and some connections that I made. If you're worried about spoilers, just stop watching. The show, comic stuff, spoiler warning. Now, I thought episode 9-12 was very good, and I saw some things in the episode that connected to prior seasons and the comics, but I may have missed some things. So if I missed anything, let me know, post your comments below. Now, obviously, we have a love quadrangle. And if you look between Rosita and Siddiq, you see a 3. It's actually a 37, but the 7 is covered up. There's a 3 for a love triangle. Siddiq stands up, you see the 7, it's 37. To me, it's kind of a comic reference to issue 137. That's where we are about in the comic storyline on the show, even though it's drastically different. Gregory's gone already, even though he's still alive in the comic. Carl's still alive, Jesus is still alive, Rick's still there. So there's a lot of things that are different, but it's around that time in the comics. Then you see that Siddiq, Rosita, and Father Gabriel actually make a triangle. You see it? You see the triangle between there? The Walking Dead does great symbolic things over and over again. Love triangle, quadrangle, because Eugene is involved with this. Eugene loves Rosita, but Rosita does not love him like that. Probably you're in the friend zone, Eugene. I'm sorry, but it's a tough zone to be in. The friend zone, whether it's a zombie apocalypse or what, the friend zone sucks. Let's talk about a yo-yo. Not a yo-yo like Eugene, an actual yo-yo. Now Lydia, oh Lydia, had a yo-yo. Did she put it there on purpose? Did she know it was there? Either way, she found a yo-yo. She pulled it out of the dirt and she brought it out. And I thought it was interesting because we saw a yo-yo before and I couldn't remember it, but I remembered it now. Aha! What do you think it was? Season 5, Episode 7 as a hint. I'll show you in a second. But Lydia breaks the yo-yo string, and some people were thinking that Alpha got the yo-yo string and killed that lady with it. That would have to be the world's strongest yo-yo string I've ever seen in my life to do what it did to that Whisper. But instead, I believe she took that string, Lydia that is, made the necklace from the string and the coin that she stole from Hilltop. And I wonder what's going to happen with these wooden coins. Is it currency for the future? Or maybe Hilltop is in trouble and Henry's in trouble. But Tara had the yo-yo back in Season 5, Episode 7, I believe. It was simpler days when The Walking Dead Season 5 was all about survival. We didn't have to worry about these communities and all this craziness, right? But Tara got a yo-yo out of a muddy backpack. You can see Tara, Rosita, and Glenn there. The good old days when Glenn was still alive, right? Tara, it's tough to see, but Tara is playing with the yo-yo as she walks back to the fire truck to meet up with Maggie, Eugene, and Abraham. The simpler days. And did anybody think of this pig right here as a callback to a previous pig? Well, a group of pigs that we saw previously on The Walking Dead in Season 4 when they built up the prison and everything was going pretty good for them. They had pigs, and then we lost the pigs with the sickness, the flu, the virus thing that was going around, and really cut down the characters at the prison. So will these pigs make it, or will they suffer the fate of the prison pigs? Takes me back to simpler days, back to Season 4. So we had a reference to Season 5, Season 4. Oh, Ricky Grimes at the prison. It's kind of like that thing where time lapsed. They built up the prison, they built up Alexandria, and I don't think the fair is going to go very well for everyone involved. And we got to see Beta and one of his knives. My comic fans should know that he has 2 of them. And that's a pretty long, super long blade that is pretty dangerous. And I thought that he might take the knives from Daryl. He still might, but we got to see his comic blades on the show. And I'm excited for Beta for sure. Then we see more apples and the harvest being brought, well, the crops being brought to the fair, the trade fair, at Alexandria. So the group and the communities are coming together at the fair at the kingdom. We see Siddiq with a box of apples, takes me back to Aaron in Season 5 with the apple sauce. Then we see Lydia with the apple from Alpha. And I have to say, it does remind me of Snow White with the witch and Snow White eating the apple. Just kind of like, what are you up to, Alpha? What are you trying to do here? And it was kind of weird the way Alpha was being after she gave her the apple. And I talked about this before, and it's on my Instagram. You can see the shirt that Maggie is wearing and Lydia is wearing. Now, are they the same shirt? Maybe, maybe not. Did they reuse wardrobe? Obviously they did. Maybe it's a callback to Maggie at Hilltop and Lydia at Hilltop, because Lydia did get that shirt from Hilltop, and that's where Maggie used to live. So I see a good possibility that it's the same shirt. And we got to talk about RJ for sure. Now, RJ was seen here. Yet again, no other character has interacted with RJ besides Michonne. Now he's asleep, so you don't want to wake a sleeping child or a sleeping baby, right? He looks a little bit older from here. It's hard to tell, but he just looks older. And if RJ's real, great. If he's not, that's pretty messed up. But let's talk about if RJ is real. So RJ's real. We'll go with that. Calm down, everybody. RJ's real. We'll go with RJ being real. RJ is protected by Michonne. Almost like Michonne is protecting him too much, smothering him, locking him up in the house, and not allowing him outside. We have yet to see him outside interact with other people besides the promo trailer that might just be used for marketing. Is RJ the new Andre for Michonne? Well, obviously, that's her new child. Andre was her first child, now RJ is. But is Michonne being overprotective with RJ because of what happened to Andre? That'll never happen again in Michonne's eyes. She's always going to protect there and be there for RJ. As for Judith, you can see that Judith talks some sense into Michonne. Michonne talking with Judith was like, Negan is not a good guy. He did bad things. And then Judith's like, well, he changed. He's not the same person. And when Judith tells Michonne, you've changed, that's like, I need a minute. Go to your room. And Judith's like, why? But Michonne has clearly changed. Even since the beginning of season 9, the first half. She's had a drastic change since Rick went away. She feels all alone, I'm guessing here. This was very symbolic to me that everybody was going to the fair, everybody's on board, and Michonne's alone. She sits alone. And we all know that Michonne's decision to let the council vote for the fair, because the council wanted to go to the fair, so the council decided it, is going to come back and Michonne's going to be like, look, I told you so. That did not go well. It's not going to go well. They foreshadowed that, obviously. We know something bad, very bad, is going to happen at the fair. As for the radio, I got a big sense that Michonne is really pissed about the idea of Father Gabriel, Eugene, and Rosita going out to increase the amplification and relay to get a further radio frequency out there, to be able to transmit and receive messages over the radio to a farther distance now. Basically, if the group didn't go out there, Jesus would still be alive. The Whisperers would probably not be introduced, at least not that way, and a lot of things would be different. But I have a feeling that the radio is going to be the driving force to connect Michonne and Alexandria and everybody involved with Rick and the Rick movies, potentially Jadis in that community. Because in the comics, it's the Commonwealth, it's Stephanie, it's Eugene, it's a little different. But since Rick went away, they got to connect Rick that way, right? It's just my theory for right now, but I can't wait to find out. As for Negan and Michonne, it's clearly Rick and Negan's dialogue from the comics. Michonne has replaced Rick there. I wonder if Michonne's going to replace Rick with Alpha. Maybe Carol replaces Rick there. We just don't know yet. But do you notice the books all over the jail cell? Negan's reading a book. Some people believe it's a law book, but I can't tell. I believe it's something that he's going to use to his advantage. Is it psychology? Is it how to get out of this jail cell? Because ultimately, Negan's going to get out of that jail cell, right? I mean, it's pretty useless for him to be there any longer than necessary. And it's been in there for a long, long time. And I definitely liked that he mentioned Rick Grimes. It's about time, right? I mean, it's been so long and Rick and Negan were connected. Now that's gone, you'd think he would have asked about him or mentioned him at some point, right? And he probably did over the years, but we didn't see it. But Negan and Michonne are going to be connected going forward. It's probably going to be season 10 after the Pike lineup and all that stuff. And season 10, maybe Michonne will deny Guerrero's last season. And Negan could be the leader of Alexandria. I'm not saying he will be, but he could be. He could be a co-leader. And Michonne's going to need someone to have her back. Michonne feels like she's all alone, and she kind of is all alone right now. So we'll see if Negan has her back. And I did get the feeling that Aaron has Michonne's back. They kind of said, I hope it doesn't bite us in the butt, or I hope it doesn't cause any problems, saying that the fair is going to cause some problems. And Michonne and Aaron were like, look, we don't need to go to the fair. We don't need to do that. It's dangerous to go out there. The Whisperers are a crazy group. And Aaron and Michonne are probably going to be on the same page going forward. Alpha and Beta are definitely Alpha and Beta, number 1 and number 2. And Alpha is the leader and Beta has Alpha's back. And that's a big thing because you have to have everyone on board, and all the Whispers, well, except those 2 people, the boyfriend and girlfriend, were on board with Alpha and Beta. And a united front or united group can usually take down a divided group or a divided front. So that's some things I caught. Did I miss anything? I might have, because I do miss some things. I don't claim to know everything. I like the open community feel of things, discussion topics. So did I miss anything? Did you see any other callbacks that I might have missed or Easter eggs? Let me know your thoughts. Post your comments below. And I enjoyed season 9, episode 12. That's for sure. I'm excited for episode 913 this Sunday, and really the remaining 4 episodes of season 9. It's been a great season. Let me know your thoughts. Post your comments below. Like, share, subscribe. If you love The Walking Dead and just want to be part of a great Walking Dead channel, hit that subscribe button, become a valued member of our PT channel, Walking Dead family. And remember, guys, with hard work, dedication, belief, and sacrifice, you can truly achieve your goals. Believe in yourself. You can do it. It's about love, support, staying positive, making memories, and tell them, Daryl.
Yo, we love you guys. Honestly, thank you.